Hi, it's Lucy from Art Shed Angel again. I'm going to do a product review today with these uniquely creative watercolour pans. I'll be taking these pans with me when I travel overseas, and I really like their choice of colours. So they've got some really nice colours here. They've got a colour that's skin. I do like to paint people, so skin's great. A really lovely pink, a nice purple, some nice blues for oceans, and I do like to do a lot of painting of water. I also like that we've got some lovely greens and a red, and definitely the brown and the black. I don't use much white, so I'm kind of glad it doesn't have a white, but I'm going to show you a few things as we unpack these watercolour pans. Now, what I want you to note when you purchase these watercolour pans is you get the great little pan, which gives a little mixing area here, which is really useful. That flips over like that and shuts like that, which is great. It's so light, you can just throw it in your handbag, and I usually take probably 2 sets with me when I'm doing my art journaling. So when you look at it, each little block of paint is individually wrapped, so you need to make sure that you get the paper off, which is a bit of a job, and I'll just do one because it's a bit like watching paint dry. The only thing you should do before you do that is write on the back of it the colour that you've got. So this one was permanent yellow. So what I'll usually do is write on the back with a pen permanent yellow. Now it's a little bit of a job to get the paper off. I would have preferred it was easier, but it comes off quite well. So there's my little watercolour block, and it's nice and smooth. It's very clean. It looks really pigmented. So I'll do the rest of them and I'll come back to you. All right, what I'm going to do next is to make a swatch. So I like to keep a swatch inside my watercolour pans, which I'll put some clear contact on so that it doesn't get damaged. But it just gives me an idea of how the colours perform, and this is just a great way for you to see. So the first one I'm going to do is the red, and I'm immediately impressed by not only the colour, but how beautifully concentrated that is. You know, they go a long, long, long way. The yellow as well, it's beautiful. Just make sure I get my brush clean. Now this is the ochre, which I think is going to be an incredibly useful colour. It's a little bit more milky, but I do see how it's going to mix in with a lot of other colours really well. This one here is the pink. And oh my, that's got a lovely, lovely colour to it. I can see that on lips of pretty girls and things. Now the skin ones, I'm really interested. And yes, I actually think it's pretty nice as a skin. It's a nice light colour, it's highly pigmented, and it's quite nice as a skin colour. This one here is the one I said to you I wasn't too sure about. It's called sap green, but to me it's more an emerald green, and it's not a green I would use for trees or anything unless I mixed it in with another colour, but it's still a pretty green. It's a very pretty green. It's just not what I would call a sap green. Okay, and this is the turquoise. This one's lovely. If you're doing ocean or travelling and doing water scenes, is perfect. Now this is the one they call cobalt, and it's pretty nice. It's a really nice watercolor again. I'd use for water, probably not for skies. It's a little bit greeny for a sky, but I can see that if we mixed it with some of this ultramarine, which is truly a beautiful color, I'm loving that color there. See, those three colors together work so nicely. Again, and the amount of pigment in them is what I'm really, really liking. We'll do brown. Yeah, the brown's good. And I do use brown, so what I'm going to show you in a minute is how we can mix the brown and the green together to get a really nice colour as well. And this is our black, and oh, this black is nice and solid, heavily pigmented, which I really, really like because I've had some really wishy-washy blacks, and so that's a really nice one. And I don't know how, but I ended up with purple at the end here. So, oh, this is a lovely purple. So you can see by that the pigmenting in these is very, very nice. So I'm you know, for a budget set, it's really, really nice. And I know that I could mix many, many colors from this. So when I was saying about wanting to mix, oops, I should be doing over here, but I'm over here now. If I want to make a real nice green that's more a leafy green, I would mix just a little bit of that ochre, and the fact that that ochre is in the kit makes a huge difference to my travel journaling, because now I have something that is the colour of a leaf and it moves beautifully. They actually do slide and move beautifully on the paper, which is a really good thing to see too. I'll just try with the pink, put a little bit of the purple in, and you could make yourself like a mid purple. So it is a really lovely set, and I'm glad I've got it now. So have a go at them. I've got these on my website at www.artshedangel.com. They're called the Uniquely Creative Set. Uniquely Creative Set. They really are a great set, and I'm very, very impressed by the price that I can bring them to you for. So thank you very much, and I hope you see some of my product reviews in the future, and follow me on Instagram at ArtShedAngel.